So the O-riser is actually pretty nice. Remember building it that it looked a lot bigger than I thought it would, but it does seem proportionally right. It does have a bit of articulation. These do go out, these fins go out about that far, go in about that far, and then the blue parts fold out about that far, and then this of course wiggles and down like so. The back can move up and down a bit, and it'll move more for the transformation. The cockpit can flip open, and there you see a Sashi Crossroads. You do get one of him standing with his helmet. Looks pretty nice. Interestingly enough, Bandai, for the fake cockpit, gives you clear orange and clear white. So you have the option to choose. Flip it over, and these three pegs here, or these three gray parts here, can be taken off. And once you take them off, you do get landing gear. This landing gear goes on pretty weird because they do face backwards. Like what? Anyways, yeah. And it holds the kit up pretty well. Now, as you may see in the anime, sometimes the Jian Sword 3 is attached to the riser. And you can do that here. What you have is this piece there that clips on to these three middle holes there. And when you have the Jian Sword 3, see there is a little peg there that you can flip out. And when you have the peg out, you can put it on to that little hole there. So, yeah, you can connect it to an action base like this, as I did in the opening shot. And what you do is you take this piece, slide it off, get this cover here, right, and you see a peg there. Now, it does come with its own action base. It's a little bit smaller than the one for the 00, and it just pegs in here. And then you slide this part back on, and then you can clip it on an action base. Now, you can also take that off, and it comes with its own landing gear. Do it like so. Actually, this one goes out this way. And it's basically going to hold this in place along with these two edges sitting on the ground. Cool as the double O-riser, or the O-riser looks, it looks a lot better when connected to this guy. So, in order to transform it, you must first detach the binders. Take this, pull this out, and then you can rotate that, pull this down, and you will see a peg. The O flip out, slide down, reveal the peg, and connect it like so. The binders, you basically slide them forward, and this part right here can pop out, and this hole peg into the top peg like so. Put it back in, slide it back on, and you want to match these pegs with the grooves on here. So that's one, and that one shall. And here is two. So, present to you the O-riser. It actually does become a bit back heavy, but if you move these forward at the right angle, it can still hold up. However, if you move them back, it's probably going to fall. Yeah, like that. So, this is the O-riser. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And as stated before, this part is the part that actually moves, this gray part around the GN drives, and not the binders, or not the holders itself. So, as you can see, this is staying perfectly still, and it is moving along with the GN drive, like so. Along. This is the only problem with the condenser. Because this part is clipped to the top, the GN binders don't move all that well, and things are starting to fall apart. So I put the other GN drive back and put it on a action base, and basically the kit can hold the binders up pretty well even when it's like this, but still you want to lock it in place, just just in case. Now, since it is aerial and on the Gundam, you can flip these out right here, and that's when the GN particles come out and encase the 00 Gundam in like a force field type thing. I really forgot. The action base with all kits opens up a lot of possibilities. You can rotate this back, have it looking forward, and when you give them weapons, those possibilities open up more. Alright, with the GN Sword 2s and 3s on this Gundam, I forgot to show you what this peg is for. This peg, of course, was to plug into the arm, and this peg is so that you can plug the GN daggers onto the O-riser. This peg here plugs into this hole. It's gonna fall off or detach. You know what? Alright, and one more thing for the weapons and accessories, and that is the LEDs. Now there are 5 spots where you can put the LEDs. One's already in here, and this is the GN drives. Pop them out, LED is right there. You get 1 LED, of course, and the other 4 you have to get via buying them separately or getting an avalanche or getting the ignition mode extra. The GN drive LEDs are pretty simple. All you do is twist them on and then they rotate. You can also interchange the GN condensers in here as well, and there you go, comes out the side. Another, and that's on both, so that's 2 places already. The other 2 are in the GN, the O-riser wings. Just slide it down and you see a gap right there. You have to, of course, turn this on before you put it in. So you turn it on, make sure the indents on the condenser match up with the pegs over there so that it fits snugly in, and you open it up and there you go. The 5th place is to turn the O-riser around, slide this, take it out, and this is the one that came with the kit. The other 2 came with my master grade extra ignition mode. As you can see already through the back, it's lighting up pretty well. Alright, I can see it. There you go. Alright guys, we're going back to the hands here. I want to say I'm sorry because in the last video I said something completely wrong. I said you had to take the white part off the normal hands to use these. But that's not true. I just completely forgot to cut them off the tree and put them on. So yeah, once again, closed fist and the weapon hand. You can have all 4 of the palms out without switching the back. So yeah, just show you what it'll look like if you use the weapon hand. There is a peg in there. I don't know if you can see because there's the peg in there, and you just slide it in here, and it holds it pretty nice. So yeah.